StarCraft. Oh yeah. Let's go, people. Hey, welcome to today's broadcast brought to you by Captain America. We are going to watch a TVP Game 2 in a best of 3 between Quantix and Naniwa, spawning as the red Protoss in the bottom left corner of Antiga Shipyard, against EGDeMusliM, our blue Terran player, in the top right corner. Alright, this is Game 2. If you haven't seen Game 1, definitely go check it out. It is uploaded to my channel. These games are from the MLG Winter Championship 2012 at Columbus, Ohio. Had a great time there. I recommend it to anybody. And so, let's see what we have in Game 2. I won't spoil Game 1 for you if you haven't seen it. This is, Antiga Shipyard, and I don't know what we're going to see. Probably a bit of a longer game. Nothing too fast, too soon, you know what I'm saying? This is Captain America, by the way, bringing you this. I just started casting, trying to get everything working. Let me know in the comments what you think, how it's working. Subscribe, like the video, do all that good stuff. Like I said, let me know what I can do. If there's a replay you want cast, send it to me at CaptainAmerica at thegspotnetwork.com. Should be in the info down there if you need the link. Definitely getting into this and having a good time. Want to cast a lot more. Alright, we do have a Rax from our Terran player and a Gateway. Now, nobody's going to expand right away. We will have a gas as well for the Protoss player. It does look like we're going to see a 1 Rax Expo from EGDeMusliM here. He has not grabbed the gas yet. And at this point in the game, I'm going to be guessing that he's going CC right after Rax. A 1 Rax Expo. He does block the scout here with this depot. Naniwa will not be able to see what's going on. He'll be in the dark. But likely guess what's going on when he sees the Rax in the block. It's tip in the metagame now with TVP. These days, very likely to see the 1 Rax FE. Though could have grabbed both gas guys. Just can't be certain. And yep, gonna get that depot up. The probe will not be able to do any damage to take it down. A couple Marines gonna pop out here, and probably see a command center very soon. Do have the core going down for Naniwa as well, so he's going to go core first and then probably look to get a nexus of his own here once he figures out what's going on. Now the Marine is out. It chased the probe away. Right here, the probe falling back, and gonna see a CC. Alright, it is a 1 Rax expand from EGDeMusliM. It's a good macro build, one of my favorites in TVP as a Terran. And meanwhile, look at this little scout from EGDeMusliM causing a little bit of pain in the butt for Naniwa here. And the eBay block. If you ever want to do this to your opponent as a Terran, it's highly annoying. I always hate if somebody does this to me. If there's a Zergling burrowed. If there's a Zergling burrowed in my mineral line, it's like my third, and I can't land the CC. Very frustrating. And the eBay block is what you want to use. From what I've heard, it takes the least amount of build time to give you the most amount of hit points. More hit points than a depot, but less build time and cost less than doing a Rax or a CC. Do you imagine that if you blocked your opponent's expansion with your own CC? That might be suicide, I don't know, but it'd be pretty funny. And so what are we going to see as a follow-up? Nexus down for Toss player. We do have a pylon out here. Zealot at the watchtower. Stalker going to try and get the scouting SCV. See if that goes down. We do have 2 bunkers. And the SCV did die. We're going to have a Rax follow-up here. 4 Raxes. EGDeMusliM likely wants to put some pressure on with about 16 Marines. You'll see him just watch the production tab. He's going to build probably constant Marines and then grab gas. He has not done that yet. Did transfer some SCVs over. And we'll see where he goes from here. We do have 4 gateways on the way for Naniwa. He'll be able to hold off any pressure. He's not going to tech at all. I mean, he's got the second gas on the way. And warp gates coming. He's chronoing probes. Keep his economy up. He does have a good amount of chrono boost here. I'm not sure what he's going to save that for. If he just forgot to use it. I don't see Naniwa. I don't think he would forget something like that. Check, yeah, 3 Marines on the way, a couple SCVs. Nothing out of the ordinary yet. 2 bunkers here. You want at least 2 at this point in the game as a Terran to hold off any kind of 2 base or even a delayed 1 base push from the Toss player. Very good. And if you sense like an immortal all-in kind of a push, you're even going to want 3 or 4. I mean, 3, you could do it. You have to be careful. You have to stagger them. You have to watch out for force fields, and you really want to try and get the energy, bait the energy if you see a lot of sentries. We did have 3 sentries warp in, actually. for Naniwa right here. Gonna start storing up some energy. SCV makes it away from the Stalker. Not sure if that was a blunder or not. It's only one shot away from dying. I'm not sure. He is going to put a little bit of pressure on Naniwa with his 4 gates. They have finished. Warp gate has finished. Likely to see some pressure. This is why you need these 2 bunkers at least. A third one is, wouldn't hurt. He is probably going to come up on the ramp to check, put some pressure on the opponent, and maybe get a couple Marines for free. We'll find out. Gas going down. Looks like this is the first gas we're seeing for EGDeMusliM, and a 3rd CC. Very, very macro heavy here. Gonna go with that 3rd CC a little fast and no tech at all. It's quite dangerous if he was to go up against, say, Colossus. But here we go. Little engagement. Force field. A couple Marines dying. Naniwa moving in. Gonna pick off this first bunker. Couple Marines left, and let's see what happens. The SCVs have been pulled by EGDeMusliM. It's close game. This last bunker still standing. Couple Zealots go down. Sentries and Stalkers are still alive. Alright, we're gonna see EGDeMusliM try and push him with SCVs here to get us around on the Protoss. 4 more Zealots walking in. Losing a lot of SCVs here. The Marines still doing the damage. Looks like EGDeMusliM will hold this, but let's have to check the income tab. Yes, he is down 14 SCVs. A few Zealots and Sentries here. Not being chased away by EGDeMusliM. He's letting them run out. We do have, 3 more Sentries and a Stalker out here. EGDeMusliM, yeah, good call not following. Would have probably been split up by the force fields and lost a lot of his army. And possibly the game. Still a fairly even game, but the SCV loss there, if we check units killed, 14 for Naniwa, really puts EGDeMusliM behind. He's down 16 workers right now. Does have a couple mules to make up for some of that, but we're still looking at about a 10 harvester advantage for Naniwa, which will help out a lot. He's grabbed both gases here at the natural. Likely going to see some kind of tech, either Robo or more likely a couple gateways and a Twilight Council to get Templar tech out. With that many gateways, that's, I would guess, is where he's going to go next. We do have, what is this, two tech labs from our Terran, as well as a 5th Rax, and a little bit of a push here. Naniwa might just be going in with this, might not tech up at all. This could be the push. Alright, moving in, great force fields, blocks the SCVs completely, can't get in on the bunker at all. Bunker 1 will go down, bunker 2 falling. Marines are being trapped by the force fields, likely all going to die. SCVs are able to repair the 2nd bunker, though. This does help. EGDeMusliM going to hold this. We do see, we check 4 more Stalkers being warped in. 2 bunkers going down for EGDeMusliM. Very tense game at the moment right now. We do have Stimpact and Combat Shield both starting for EGDeMusliM. And he's grabbed his, no, he has not. That's not a gas. Alright, so, a little bit of a standoff. We do have a Forge coming in. So that'll be Naniwa's tech. His double Forge, going to go for upgrades and play with his gateway units, choosing not to go for a Twilight Council yet. Kind of, probably going to see that soon to get some Templar tech and some, maybe Blink. Though, with his composition, I'm not sure what he wants to do. Here we go, Twilight Council, yes, on the way. Factory for the Terran player, likely going for Medivacs. We do have a Marauder coming out. Do see a good amount of Stalkers in this ball. 2 more Gas Geysers as well for EGDeMusliM. Naniwa coming in, going to push the ramp. Here we go. Alright, SCV's already surrounding this bunker. Gonna hold this. As long as he doesn't miss micro's units, EGDeMusliM should be able to hold this. So we'll have to wait and see. Upgrades +1/+1 for Naniwa on the way to Twilight Councils. Huh. Interesting. Maybe he's making a backup in case. I'm not sure. That's an interesting mistake, I think, by Naniwa. I don't know. Maybe he's going for fast. He's going to get charge and blink at the same time. We'll have to wait and see. Another gateway as well, and his 3rd base going to go up. He will keep leaning on EGDeMusliM here. He's got the advantage. He's up by about 10 supply. We check back to the harvesters. EGDeMusliM did a great job of catching up. Constantly producing SCVs there. Really caught up to his opponent in the income category. We do Dark Shrine and Blink on the way. Gonna see some Dark Templar. I love seeing Dark Templar. It's just, you never know what they're gonna do, how much damage they do. You never have. You might have one warp into the main and then take out half the SCV line. So it can be fun to watch. And we're gonna have double Medivacs popping out here, an armory and another eBay for EGDeMusliM to get his upgrades. He has +1 weapons, about halfway done. Stim about to finish, and level 1 upgrades for Naniwa. About to finish a couple pylons here, a 3rd pylon over here. We are having the factory. If you're a Terran player, make sure if you're gonna go bio with medevacs, use your factory offensively. You can land it at an expo to block the expo. You can also use it as a scout to see when your opponent grabs his third or his fourth. You can do all kinds of things. You can land it in the middle of a battle to pull the zealots away from your army. If you land it in between your army and his, it's very likely if you 1As, the zealots are going to attack them first. The factory first. Okay, concussive shell's going to pop. We do have a hallucination and a couple more gateways, so definitely going to be a gateway composition. Likely the Dark Templars, he hasn't morphed in the end. Dark Shrine has finished. Now, there are no turrets out for EGDeMusliM at this point. He hasn't scouted the Dark Shrine. Let's check that. Where is there? No, he does not know about the Dark Shrine. We don't have any. Okay, a couple DTs coming in to see how much damage they do. And anyway, EGDeMusliM is moving out onto the map. Does he see this? One Dark Templar is following the army, going to attack the army. Another one going into the natural. A couple more being warped into the main. Here's one in the natural. See how much damage it does. Does take out the turret that was being built, but scan, gonna die. Meanwhile, we do have another in the main. Looks like EGDeMusliM does have the energy. It does not have any forces up here at the moment. Building turrets. Not gonna do a whole lot of damage. It does, 7 kills actually, wow. It does have 7, 8. Nice harass by this, and the Phoenix here was for the warp in. See the hallucination, brought the Phoenix over, warped in a Dark Templar here, and ran it into the middle line. Great job. We do have a Twilight count, so we're going to see the Templar attack +2/+2, and charge on the way. +2/+1 for the Terran player. He did a pretty good job holding off the DTs. 24 total workers killed for Naniwa at this point. Looks like he's pushing out with his army into the middle of the map. Those 24 kills. We did have, what was it about? It was quite a few killed earlier in the initial push onto EGDeMuslim's natural. I don't know how many he killed that time with the DTs, but I'd say about 10. And a great engagement, great force fields from Naniwa here. Really trapped half his army here. Doing a great job blinking back the wounded stalkers. Gonna run out of zealots, need to warp in a few more, needs some meat shields for his army. Now he's gonna warp in stalkers, 6 stalkers coming in. Looks like he wants to push with stalkers. And charge has finished at this point. +2/+1 about to finish for the Terran, +2 weapons, about to finish for the toss. We do check this. And +2 armor as well. So he'll be at +2/+2, the Terran will be at +2/+1. Ow, and a blink into the main. Look at this, gonna do some great damage here. That's why he went for the stalkers on the warp in there. Really wanted to punish EGDeMusliM by blinking in the main like this. This is something that can be very hard to deal with as a Terran. This many stalkers, you need a significant amount of units, Marines and Marauders to deal with. Not just, like a production cycle's worth of Marines. You're gonna need more than that. So great job blinking in. Now he's attacking the third, forced the CC to lift. Great battle going on here, great force fields. Blocking off a lot of the army. These guys back here can't even shoot. But stutter step micro from EGDeMusliM coming in, able to do a lot of damage. We check supply count. EGDeMusliM actually ahead by a few. Now it's even. Very even game at this point. Warp in of about 10 zealots. Gonna reinforce with zealots here. We do see +3 weapons on the way for both players, and +3 armor for the toss. Let's check out the mini-map, see if anything else has changed. We see this factory here scouting a little bit. It has seen the third. He does know the third's up. Not really doing much with the factory, kind of just floating there. SCV's back to the third, gonna resaturate that. And, I haven't seen a Ghost Academy. I also haven't seen Templar. We do have Archons out. I haven't seen Storm. I don't think Storm has been researched yet. I missed that. Little bit of engagement here. Blinks back with the Stalkers. Gonna catch a few, EGDeMusliM is. That's great. Very, very critical with this such a close game like this. But he's got to be careful. He's gonna get caught. Surrounded by the Zealots here and the Archons. This is not looking good for EGDeMusliM. He's gonna lose most of this army if he's not careful. Alright, he does get in the medevac. Loses one. Luckily not one with any units inside of it. Very close game. And looks like Stalker's warping in down here. Bit of a mistake maybe. It's just a longer... If he warped him in here, they would have been much closer to the army. We do have EGDeMusliM. Looks like he's split up. He's got his army in 2 different locations. He has to be careful if he engages Naniwa's whole army with half of his. He will lose. And his third is very vulnerable here. Looks like it might go down to this push. More Zealots being warped in. 3-2 on the way for the Terran. He's just been behind in upgrades a little bit the whole game. And that is definitely hurting him here in these battles. Not having the extra armor. able to micro here, take out the Stalkers, but Zarkon doing immense damage. Third goes down. And the SCVs, all that's left, are being pulled. A little bit of an engagement from the Muslim here. Not much of an army left. Storm on the way. Templars being warped in. Very likely, yes, it is a good game from the Muslim. I'm not sure if that's good freaking game or what, or if that's just a typo. But that was quite a game. You know, you had all the early pressure with the gateways, and then the DTs, and then more pressure with the blink. Very great play from Naniwa. Did a great job of scouting his opponent and knowing when to put pressure on and when not to. And it was a great way to end the series. This is Game 2 in a best of 3. You can find them all on my channel. Thank you for tuning in. This is Captain America. And like I said, you know, if you like the video, like it, subscribe, leave me a comment, let me know what I can do better. It's been my pleasure, and I look forward to casting many more in the future. If you have anything you'd like me to cast, send it to CaptainAmerica at thegspotnetwork.com, and I'll be sure to cast it and upload it to YouTube. Alright everybody, keep crafting.